Okay. So I mean, all the topics are still here. I am Kishore. We will come back and talk about these integrations and all. So, but I don't think they are going to ask any questions on the integration. So for admin certification, so you should be okay there. And some of these things I wanted to talk. So, but these also may not be there in the exam, but interview point of view, so they may cover ask some of these. So we can revisit these. And so here is where I mean the certification. I don't know, Deepthi, whether you got any coupon or anything while registering for certification.
Yes, I got someone gave me some voucher or something.
How much did you get?
Some IBM person gave me that $200 voucher.
Wow, man.
That's why I wrote it quickly. That's the
Good.
reason I
Good.
took
I mean,
that.
I was trying to give $40 thing. So okay, I'm glad you got even better one. That's
Yeah.
very nice. So yeah, basically, I mean, if you what the Salesforce says, I mean, they encourage us to take the certification, and the way they do is you register for the course. I mean, so they say this is for free. Okay, you register for this course for free, and when you register, basically you will need to go attend a class from Salesforce. I mean, that is going to help you anyway. So please take that class also. I mean, potentially that is 4-hour class or something. They will tell you what to expect in the exam, all that stuff, just to prepare yourself. I mean, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't take that one. All you need is 4 hours of your time. So once you do that, you register for free, you attend their class, and they will send you a $40 coupon, and that you can use it for your certification. So I mean, that way you will pay less money. And
In the past, I took that class too. Sorry for disturbing you.
no, yes, please add anything. So
Yeah, sure.
yeah, so this is the one. The link is there. Just follow the link and register for that one. Attend that course. That kind of give you a refresher for what we have covered, and they cover maybe some exam questions also. Okay, so that's why it is important for you to register. And then there is this thing. I mean, if you, I mean, this is again so $20 test that you can take from Salesforce website. This is a test that you can test, kind of mock test, but it is $20 you have to pay. So I mean, I didn't take the exam, but it's worth it, I think. I mean, if you don't mind paying $20. This is potentially, it will be similar to what you will, the same kind of scenario that you are going to go through. That's why, I mean, maybe for the first test, it may be worth it to go through it. And when you are taking the exam, so you have to go through this Webassar link. You have to register yourself. And I mean, this is not only for this practice test, but also when you are taking the certification, you need to go through this link, Webassar. You register for the exam. So there, for $20 thing, you select practice test. For the regular one, you select the main one, saying, okay, you are taking the actual exam. Let me see if my login is still active. Yeah, you go here. So potentially you go register for exam. And once you are there, so there are a lot of certification exams. So you would be picking this guy. So, and the main thing is, so there is this online proctored and there is on-site. So this guy, I mean, typically, I mean, if you want to go take the exam in the center, you can go take this on-site one, but the price is same whether you take the exam online or on-site. It's the same price. Sometimes, I mean, if you are not if you don't trust your internet, or maybe in home setting, maybe go to exam center. Otherwise, take it online. So usually, I mean, even if you have some problem when you are taking the exam, if you if you don't focus your camera correctly, I mean, they want you to show your face and also the keyboard, both at the same time. That's how you have to set the angle for the camera. So that way it is other, I mean, if there is anything, either video is disconnected or anything, they'll stop the exam and they will ping you and they will ask you, okay, hey, maybe add the camera in, I mean, put the camera in so and so angle and all that stuff. I mean, if you are not comfortable going through all these things for the first time, maybe better go to on-site exam. But once you are used to the setup, maybe for later tests, I would say take the exam online. Any questions there? Yeah, it should be straightforward. Basically, I mean, since I already took these exams, it doesn't say I take the exam. But if I go here, I think one of these should be, yeah, see here, I can register for this exam. And I mean, they already know, okay, whether I pass certification. That's why these things are there, not there. And this is how you would see. So if you want on site, just select it and it will, you can put in your zip code and it will show you the nearest location from your address. And that's how you can take it. And if it is on site, I mean, obviously, whatever the on-site location hours, you have to basically, it will show you the hours that location is working. Based on that, you pick your hours. If it is online, pretty much 24/7 you can take the exam. Okay, and the practice test, somewhere it should be somewhere, yeah. So where is this? Certified practice test expand. I don't see where is that thing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there should be somewhere the other one, but eventually, I mean, if you have code, you can apply that code while registering. Okay, so that's that one, and then there are these practice tests. Yeah, so this is a practice test which is for free. You can use it either time test or on time test. So just go through this guy, and I mean, this is exactly how the questions would come. I mean, custom fields on lead object can be mapped to which two types of fields. I mean, one is standard custom opportunity, and then custom account. I don't think contact is there. I'm not quite sure. So one or the other. So I mean, if you want two options, if you don't select the second one, it will ask you to select the other one also. So then, I mean, this is how you would go through that. I mean, this, since it is free, at least take this exam, whether you take the $20 paid one or not. Okay. And it will give you, I mean, it will take the time test. That way you will know, okay, how to, at least you get some feel for the exam. And then this one, I really like this guy, the study material, the way that they have put together all these things. Yeah, so there are these three. So please definitely go through these. And when you go inside, they ask you some questions. I mean, they have some flashcards. Yeah, see these guys. I mean, okay, it is still loading. Yeah, so I mean, this is how those questions will come. I mean, this is what I mean. There is a little bit of wording that they write. It's not like one line question. They ask, they put in a lot of detail there. You have to read through and then you have to go through. So, I mean, these flashcards and all these things, just practice them. If once you read through the material, come back, go through these three tests. I mean, not tests, three modules that will give you enough uh, feel for the exam. I mean, all these flashcards, and the final one is Quizlets. I mean, I definitely went through quite a lot of Quizlets when I was taking exams, but I was doing Quizlets at the end. So I don't want to just start the Quizlet because it might not help much. The thing is, first we need to read the material, then do these tests, and then finally go through these Quizlets, and you will see quite a lot of these things. Yeah, you see these guys. I mean, there are a lot of these. I mean, they put together a lot of stuff, and the way you can practice. I think they have an app. You can even practice this app. And I mean, the way I used to do. I mean, I used to listen to some audio also while I mean driving and all. Uh, so yeah, I mean, you may have to flip this guy. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so basically you can, I mean, you can set up these things whether you want to get that answer. I mean, you play with these settings little bit, so then you can see the question is there and then the answer and something like this. So first you can, I mean, if you adjust these settings little bit, then first question will come and then answer will come later. I mean, when you click on this thing. And so now I'm on the question. So if I click next one, so basically, I mean, this is showing answer first. So first, I mean, you have to adjust these settings a little bit, then it will show you the right way. Yeah, practice these things. I mean, there is no way you can fail the exam once you go through these things. I mean, most of the time, so I mean, some of these I mean, some people put real Quizlet, I mean, real exam Quizlet here, the entire thing. So usually you have 60 questions or something, and maybe 2 or 3 sets they will use it. And some people definitely put some of the entire exam set itself. I mean, one time what happened was I was taking one exam. I went through all Quizlet. I mean, I know this question. Let's say this question. So the moment I see it in the exam, it's the same wording, and I saw that one, but I forgot the answer. I mean, like A, B, C, D, whatever the options that the Quizlet was showing. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I failed the exam, but the question was there in Quizlet. I mean, not questions. A lot of questions. They were little confusing ones at later the advanced exams. Um, and since I didn't have enough real-time experience on those, but I still wanted to take the exam. So I read through the material and then I went through the Quizlet, but still I did not really memorize the answer. So I mean, I failed the exam. I felt really bad. So that's why if you take the exam, I mean, if you log in here, when you are not comfortable with one of those answers, you can mark them for review later, and then you can go back to the same set. You can say, okay, now I want to review whatever the question that I was not comfortable. If you say that option here somewhere, and that one will only show, let's say there are 120 questions here. First time you go through 120 questions, maybe 40 questions you are not comfortable, you mark them as review later. And then next time when you come back, you only play those 40 questions. You don't play those 120 again. So that way it saves time, and also you can go through, I mean, it will make you more efficient. So those are the things I tried. I'm pretty sure that will help you with it. And the last thing, the weightage thing, we need to talk about that little bit. When you are going for certification, so let's see here. Yeah. So get the exam guide. You take this guy, and here they will give you weightage. So this is the one, Kishore, you were asking. So it will tell you how much weightage each section has.
Okay.
Yeah, here, right here. So the configuration and setup, basically this is the initial org setup and all. And this is where the object manager, so where we created custom objects, relationships and all. And so this is the marketing, automation, that kind of stuff. And this is the last class one where we talked about the case management. And so this is where we talk about a little bit of mobile charter and those things. And this is the data loaders, that stuff. And this is the final automation piece. And if you see here, you have to focus on the area, which one has more weightage. So obviously configuration setup 20%, 20%, and the data is 14 and 16. So yeah, just follow these things, and then accordingly, you know which one to focus more, all that stuff. I believe that's all I can think of for the exam. Definitely attend those training course from Salesforce. I believe that is 4-hour one. It is free, and they give you the voucher. And then go through these Salesforce 3 practice tests. Not practice tests, these 3 modules. They have a lot of those flashcards, and then finally look for some Quizlets. Do the Quizlets at the end. So by the time you go for Quizlet, you should be completing all the material that you wanted to read, and then go through this thing, and then finally go here. And I'm sure you will crack the exam.
Srikanth, is the training for that voucher admin related also, or
Sorry.
the training to get that voucher,
Uh-huh.
is that admin related only?
Yeah.
Or certification related?
I think they have multiple ones. It is not only for admin. The thing is, when you get that $40 one, you can use it even for the other exams. Basically, they won't
Okay.
limit you to take use the certificate. Coupon, not only for admin, but you can use it for any other thing.
So the training they'll be taking to get this coupon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what is the content on that?
The same thing that we covered. So
Okay. So
yeah. So it is
related to
going
the
to be just,
exam.
yeah, it is going to be just refresher, but it is
Okay,
going to
good.
help you get that coupon. Otherwise, I don't think you can get the coupon by any other means. Unless you are lucky, like Deepthi.
That's good. I'll start hunting all the
Yeah,
IBM guys.
now
IBM guys now.
Now Sampath can find somebody. So unfortunately, I don't have any friends in IBM.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think everyone in IBM, maybe someone they knew had it, but I was just kidding. Yeah, but I'll definitely try to find,
Yeah,
if we
definitely.
can.
If you, most of
If
you
we
may
can.
have some friends. Try to see if you can get the coupon. That is good.
Mhm.
And for last but not the least. So when you take the exam first time, let's say for some reason it didn't go through well. So the next time you don't pay $200. The second time you pay only $100. And they won't allow you to take the exam immediately the next the same day or maybe next day. So they will ask you to wait at least another day. And if you want to take the exam, I mean, this happened to me. That's why I'm telling. So first time I couldn't pass the exam. I mean, I know I prepared very well, so I just wanted to maybe one or two questions. Just with that margin, I failed the exam. So then I said, okay, let me take the exam. I tried to take the exam next day or maybe another day. I failed again. So then kind of third time, for some reason, they didn't let me take the exam. So they asked me to wait for another 1 or 2 months, I think. So finally, I mean, I was able to pass that one, but Salesforce doesn't allow you. I mean, the bottom line is you cannot take the test immediately the next day kind of thing. So they will ask you to wait because they want to make sure you just don't lose the money.
Srikanth, like, there'll be 60 questions, right?
Mhm.
How many do we have to get right?
I think they say some percentage, right? Wait, let's see. I think we just need to do some math here. This is the practice test. Let's go through the actual exam. Where was it? So, okay, so 60 questions. Out of that, I mean, 5 non-scored questions. Basically, 55 questions are the, okay, sorry, I take it back. 60 questions and then 5 extra questions. So you are taking 65 questions, but they only consider 60 questions for the exam pass. Okay. So
Mhm.
60 times 0.65 is the score that you need to get to pass the exam.
Okay.
So around 42, I guess. So I mean, I had some Excel where I kind of put together some formula, and I mean, I was thinking, okay, maybe I miss one question, two questions. That's how I was doing. I mean, at the end, I mean, let me see if I can find one of my scoring thing. They give you all that by section wise. They are telling, okay, this has some weightage, right? So from 60 questions, if you have I mean, you can calculate how many questions should be 20%, and they give you section wise how do you do. Let me find some example. Yeah, maybe Deepti, you may have it since you took the exam recently.
Yes, you want me to share the screenshot of that?
Yeah, I mean, if I can't find it, I may ask you. So see if you can pull it and get it ready.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, this one is taking a lot of time for me. No, I think I found it.
So Srikanth, since this is online, like, we can book an appointment tomorrow and then get it done, right? Like, it's that.
Yeah. You can, yeah, that one. I mean, yeah, you should be able to take the exam, register it as soon as you want. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how certification scoring would come. Okay. So obviously they say, okay, whether you pass or fail on the top, and then this is how the section level scoring. And based on that, I mean, obviously we know, I mean, this is for a different exam. So on this section, how you did it. So basically, let's say if it is 20%, and okay, so on this one, I did not do well. So kind of thing here, you see here. So I know I have done very well there. And if at all I failed the exam, so basically I see where I didn't do well. So basically I try to focus on that one. Yeah, so they give you this kind of thing, and I kind of put in Excel. So how many questions were there, how many questions, and that thing I kind of did. And So that's how you can do it. I believe maybe this is the one I kind of struggled. Then I think there was one deployment one and then the identity one. So this is where you do the single sign-on and all that stuff. Those exams are because we don't do a lot of hands-on work on these. So you have to basically work a little harder on these exams.
How many certifications did you do, Srikanth?
Yeah, I did 15 certifications. I mean,
And
for me,
how many
yeah.
left?
There are quite a lot. So for me, what happened was 2019 time, my H1 renewal, I got into some issue. I got a query. I mean, I was with the same company for more than, I mean, that was my 5th H1 renewal.
Mhm.
And it got into a query saying I'm a mechanical engineer and how come you are qualified for software engineering thing. I was like, okay, my HR asked me, okay, do you have any certifications? And I mean, I had few certifications by then, but I said, okay, let me take some certifications. I mean, by then I was working on Salesforce almost like 4 years by then.
Mhm.
And because it is a HR issue, I mean, my H1 and all, my company was ready to pay for my certifications. I mean, later certifications, it cost $400 each. Company paid for those. I mean, that's another reason why I was liberal in taking those exams.
That's good. It worked out well for you.
Yeah. I mean, other thing is, I mean, whenever you talk to Salesforce guys, and they think, okay, you don't know anything. I mean, I was like, okay, I mean, I was doing pretty good, and those guys, I mean, especially the frontline folks, they think we don't know anything. Kind of the way that they give responses, I got a little irritated. I was like, okay, dude, I am also certified architect or something. Please don't say some silly things, kind of thing. That's how I used to give them back. But at least to say those things, even though I have some experience, I mean, if you have some certification, then they know. The moment they look at my profile, they know, okay, this guy maybe knows little bit, and they don't talk those silly things.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes my ego got hurt.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
company definitely helped me with some of those certifications.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely meet. I mean, if you have more questions, either ping me offline, or if you think, okay, group will benefit, please post it in the group itself. I mean, I will be either way, will be watching those messages. And I mean, if you need to talk to me, so yeah, we can always have some Zoom call or maybe direct call. Either way is fine. So feel free to reach out to me. And I hope all of you will get through those and hopefully placed soon.
Srikanth, I mean, like one question, like you have guided us through the certification trailhead thing, right?
Mhm.
And I know it's ideal to go through all those before we take an exam, but because it's too vast, right? Like, going through each of them may take days unless, like, you have
Yeah.
dedicated time.
Mhm.
Is it okay with, like, with whatever we know, and like few other material that we go through, will we be in a comfortable position? I mean, like, as far as understanding the concepts, it's clear
Yeah, I
enough.
mean, I would say this, try these exams. I mean, try this time test, okay? See
Uh-huh.
how you do the exam. I mean,
Okay.
this one, once you complete it, I'm pretty sure it will give you results. I think I did not try this one.
Mhm.
So then, okay, you have to pass, you get at least 65%, right? So
Right.
see if you are hitting that number,
Okay.
then potentially you can go for it. Because I cannot say, you are good to go. So that,
I
I
know
mean,
that.
I want you to measure yourself because we did not have a lot of questions asked in the class. So that's why I cannot say. Yeah, self-measure yourself and see if you are more than 65% here. And maybe even while taking this, I mean, these ones, it shouldn't take much time. So these 3 classes, I mean, three modules,
Yeah.
maybe you can finish it in like one day. and take this exam. I mean, so do this thing. Take this guy, these 3 modules, and then take this exam and see if you are ready for exam. So then go for it.
Okay. And the last class you went through the case escalation. So those are also part of it, right?
Yeah, we have seen it, right? It has some weightage. So right here, where was, yeah, service and support
Service, okay.
applications. So case assignment rules, queues. Yeah,
Got it.
pretty much we covered the entire. I mean, that's how we went through, right? So we picked up the exam. I mean, the 211 or whatever the thing. So 201E. So this is the one I believe we went through. And for the certification, basically they want us to go through this, and that's how we started. So pretty much we definitely covered all the material that they expect us to cover.
Okay.
And if you see here, there is no deployment or anything. So hopefully you shouldn't be seeing a lot of deployment questions and all. Even integration, you don't see anything. So basically, they're asking just data loads and all, not.
One not related, but you mentioned in the beginning that if you crack this, then the next couple of exams would be in a similar pattern, and it'll be easier to crack, right?
Yeah.
What are those that you were referring to?
So if you see these certifications here, I'm pretty sure once you pass the admin, there is this platform developer, I think, no, app builder, platform app builder. You should be able to crack that one. So I mean, a little bit of with little bit of hands-on. Basically, here you will be using a lot of object creation, relationship creation, and all. So this one, I mean, little advanced one, I would say take it later. But I mean, here potentially they will be checking a lot of sharing rules, all that stuff here, even deployment related. This guy and this guy should go easily. And then on the consultant level, the Sales Cloud one should be fairly easy, I would say. Sales Cloud consultant, somewhere, yeah, Sales Cloud consultant should be easy. And with little work, you should be able to crack the Service Cloud one as. Yeah, those 4 I think should be easy once you put in some effort. And I mean, advanced admin and pretty much the Salesforce developer are almost same certifications. So there is this guy, platform developer 1, and on the developer side, advanced admin, they are almost equal. A little bit code is there on the developer, but once you are good with the advanced developer, you should be able to take that developer exam. And then advanced developer, platform developer 2, that is little hard one. And all the architect exams. So these are $400 exams. And so these definitely will take time. I mean, you better wait for some experience. I mean, if you see here, this is how they do this pyramid thing. So the platform developer and platform app builder developer 1. If you get all these things, so they will give you application architect. And if you do all these things, they will give you system architect. And there is this CTA on the top. The exam itself will cost like $6,000. And if you crack that one, I believe your salary would be 500K kind of thing. So just to tell you, I mean, there are only hundreds of people that has that CTA. All these consulting companies, whoever are there, if they have to get any big projects, the companies will look, okay, hey, does your company has any CTA on your company side? So that's where, to grab projects for consulting companies, that certification has got a lot of weight, and it is not easy to get through that exam. You have to go present some use case. They will give you some random use case. You have to tell them how you are going to design a solution. Yeah, it is going to be pretty intense one, but rewards wise, pretty high rewarding certification.
How close are you for that?
What is that?
How close are you for that?
I am not daring to put in $6,000 on that one. Yeah, I know one of my friends is going, but I'm not ready to put in that bet on that.
Maybe you should have your company pay for it.
Company won't pay. I mean, even when I was taking my first certification, I mean, I just took the certification because of that Salesforce case that I created. And then I went to my boss and said, okay, hey, I cleared the certification. Does company can cover for it? And he said, okay, I mean, you are a full-time employee. We don't care whether you are certified or not. So then I kind of said, okay, maybe let's wait on some certifications. Then when the H1 problem came in, company said, yeah, we will pay for you. So
Okay.
do it. Yeah, I mean, see, I mean, for companies, $200 is not a big thing. For us, maybe a little bit, but see if the companies can pay for it. I mean, utilize it. I mean, most of the time now, companies do. I mean, they have a lot of this budget nowadays, since we are not going for any conferences and all. So I hope they will have a lot of leftover budget, and they should be able to pay for this. I mean, whoever is working. So. Yeah, I mean, just to go to a conference, I mean, if you really see the flight tickets, hotel, the conference fee, so I mean, usually it will cost like $2,500 anyway. So, I mean, if you see that, I mean, right there, they are saving a lot of money. I mean, not saving because nobody is able to go, and the funds should be there. Yeah, ask for it. So, I mean, if you don't ask, no, you won't get anything. Or the most, they might say no.
Yeah, I doubt my company does it.
No, I mean, yeah, you never know. So, I mean, nowadays, the employee retention is a big deal for companies. I mean, now, because, I mean, everyone is getting EADs, green cards and all, and they have to look out for their employees. I mean, so they are going to lose too. Yeah, I mean, at as I said, at the most, they might say no. You are not losing.
I know, yeah, we don't lose anything. Yeah.
And I mean, my company definitely, even if I say, I mean, even though I work on Salesforce, if I say I want to try AWS, I mean, they would say, yeah, go for it. I mean, obviously, it is depending on company to company, but okay. Any questions?
No.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing I would suggest is register for the exam. Even if you are not ready for the exam, you can always postpone the exam. So sometimes if you register, that puts you little pressure on you, and you will be, I mean, we will try to prepare yourself. That also might help. I mean, if you don't register, you might take things easy. Try that also. So I mean, even for postponing the exam to later date, they won't charge you anything as long as you do it maybe 72 hours before. So I mean, just keep that in mind. Try to register maybe let's say January 5th or sometime, and I mean, shoot for try to practice it. And if you can't, if you think you are not comfortable taking the exam, you can always postpone without paying extra money. Okay.
Sure, Srikant.
Yeah, all right, guys. Good luck, and if you need any help, feel free to ping me.
Sure. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I can put in a word for Sampath. I mean, he can definitely do lot good job with marketing. So I mean that's how I kind of came forward. Yeah, after seeing his passions. I mean, it is. I don't think he is too commercial. So I mean, I know a lot of companies definitely are commercial. So I think there is little bit of leverage there. Okay.
Yep. Thanks, Srikanth.
Hi guys. Good night and
Yeah.
yeah. If you need any help, let me know.
Yeah. If you can just, if you or Sampath can upload this video, we'll just.
Oh
get
yeah,
the-
this one. I mean, I don't have much access. Sampath will do it.
Okay, fine. I'll check it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, this document everyone has access, right? That share, I mean, the PowerPoint. Feel free to use it. All the links are there in that PowerPoint, and you should be able to, access those links and all. Okay. Bye.
Yeah. Thanks. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Thanks, Srikanth. Good night.
Good night.